What's going on, y'all, on YouTube, man? On YouTube, subscribe to this OG Freeze, man. Underscore 019, man. I know on my last episode I had told y'all that I would go into more details as far as the Kodak thing. At first, I was really trying to go by the situation the right way, the political way, but since I seen that he got on Drinking Champs and the statement he was making on there towards people that live in my city, and to my credibility, man, I got the credibility of a person I just did 20 years. I was there. I was there for the whole situation that happened with Kodak. I know exactly what happened. And like I said, I'll go into detail as far as the politics go. As far as the politics go, number one, at this particular time during COVID, this time of the year, I think he had a case in South Carolina dealing with a female. You know what I'm saying? So the politics of the prison go that if you got any type of cases that's dealing with any type of offense as far as that's dealing with older people or raping or kids or anything like that, you can't walk the yard in the pen. That's how that go. Let's go back to the last, what I was telling y'all about, you know what I'm saying, as far as how the paperwork thing go and things of that nature. I'm saying that to say, this 019 thing is really representing like the city of Atlanta. So I don't know T.I. and I don't know Big Boi personally, but these are icons like in my city. And I know these guys probably was talking different when in their first career path, and then they changed, they start helping their community. So you taking shots at people that's really actually out here doing the work and putting in the work and helping people in their community. You know what I'm saying? And you got a song like Gremlin out, that you was a gremlin. You know what I'm saying? When you saying you a gremlin, but when you come to a situation where it's time to be a gremlin and live that particular lifestyle, as we can see, you wasn't up to the role. You know what I'm saying? That was a costume. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's October, it is Halloween, so people got on their costume. But when you take the costume off and you really got to be who you really is, you couldn't stand up under the consequences that come with being a gremlin. And this particular time will make it so crazy because you only had to deal with half the population because it was COVID. So a lot of us the prison was already locked down on its own during COVID. So they only letting like a couple of doors out at a time or a few dudes and this and that. So the prison was already locked down. So while the prison locked down, you checked in the PC, which make it worse. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a lot of politics that come with being with that situation, because when you on the yard like that, as far as like Big Sandy, and you're dealing with these type of situations could be manipulated. Ain't too many people can stand up under the pressure of going into a situation where I know I have to hurt somebody or somebody could potentially hurt me, because this is the type of stuff that come with the case that you had. But you have people that take advantage of that too, that's in there, that'll take advantage of that because you got dudes that got a lot of time that ain't really got going on, nobody sending them nothing. So they may go up to the people and talk you out and get them on the yard possibly. But at the same time, it's still a manipulation game going on with that, because they just want to get you on the yard to use you and then discard you. But there's other consequences that come behind that because it's all politics. Now you got other cars looking at you. You got other states that's going to say that, how these dudes from the South going to carry this dude. He got this type of charge and y'all letting him walk the yard. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of like puts a black eye or a stain on your particular car, which can, result to other consequences because people are going to start being disrespectful towards you. So in there, it don't matter if you're a millionaire, you're going to spend $720 a month, regardless how much money you got, unless you put it on other people's books or whatever. So you start to accumulate a lot of commissary, which bring other animals, because people, the more you accumulate, the more people going to ask you for it. It's just like out here on the street, but it's just in a more confined environment in there. So with these particular things being in place, this is the type of stuff that he was up against. But you preaching that you a gremlin to these kids, and they start believing that you really that, and you're not telling them what you really went through, that you really checked in the PC because you was scared. You was scared and fear your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know what they'll do up under them type of circumstances coming from where he came from, unless you was trained for that or built for that. You know what I'm saying? So under that type of circumstances, dealing with him and dealing with that, you could have flipped that in a positive way and told the kids how, you was fearful in this particular situation, and that ain't good to be in. It's cool to be, it's to be yourself. and not to be what you want, because I won't force prison on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you sit here talking and disrespecting all these people, but you ain't really telling the truth about yourself. I was there. I got 20 years in, man. And like this, when I tell you about, I'm the ambassador for this BOP, this penitentiary thing out here. People gonna verify whatever thing I'm saying is true. You checked in. You was writing kites to the Bloods and to get you out. You was kirking out on the K2. That's why the officer was putting their hands on the man, because he was kirking out on the K2, and at a particular time, the medical is not good in the pen, so people was dying from K2, from kirking out on that. So you gave the officers a reason to put their hands on you. Not saying they was right for what they did, but under the circumstance of what been going on in the prison, they dealt with it accordingly. So now you going through all this, and then you saying you're a gremlin, but you calling your mom saying Big Sandy ain't got no drug program, you need to be moved, they putting their hands on you, this and that. Well, actually, I taught the drug program in Big Sandy, so I know they got one. So I know that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? So when I just want the people to know, and the kids to know who watch me, who subscribe to my channel, so they'll learn how to separate reality from entertainment. Because you got some of these entertainers, when it comes down to dealing with reality, they're not really built for what it is that they talk for. They can't really face it. They ain't ready to deal with the consequences that come with, which it is that you rapping about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying this to be disrespectful toward him or nobody, but I'm saying it because this is what really happened. This was real. You know what I'm saying? You went in PC. You did that. Up under the circumstances to where you weren't even dealing with the full population of the yard. Everybody was behind the door this time. So they only letting 2-3 cells out. Just take a shower and go back to their cell. So that's what make it more cowardly with the way you doing, and then the way you out here representing yourself, and you talking about people, and you disrespecting icons, and you disrespecting people in my city. You know what I'm saying? So just coming from that standpoint and just being a man, like I said, this ain't toward no being disrespectful, causing no beef or nothing like that. I'm telling you facts what actually happened. What I'm saying is not a lie.